following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi everybody and welcome to Vibrant Living. I'm Dr. Lisa and welcome to La Bella Vita Cucina. First off, I'd like to thank GM Roth for the use of this beautiful kitchen here today. So be sure to check out GM Roth if you're in the area or check them out online as well. So remember GM Roth. Thank you again. So today we're going to be preparing two sandwiches. Sandwiches, who doesn't love a sandwich, right? So one of my favorite sandwiches to make for breakfast includes some awesome ingredients which are right over here are on our ingredients tray. So what we have, and we're also going to be doing a lunch sandwich as well. So I'll go over all the ingredients and we'll pick apart what we need. So we're going to be using some Udi's gluten-free bread. We're going to be using some kale. We're going to be using some Ezekiel bread, some vine-ripe tomatoes, some garlic, of course. We're going to be using a couple of egg whites as well for our breakfast sandwich. We also have some awesome tender avocados. They get me so excited. I love avocados. And we're going to be using some sprouts, in addition to some coconut oil and some safflower mayo. So for our two sandwiches, this is all that we're going to need. And we're also going to use a little bit of cracked pepper as well. So to get started with our breakfast sandwich, so our first ingredient that we're going to use is a little bit of our coconut oil. I'm going to put that in the pan. And coconut oil is great if you buy it organic and if you buy it in a glass jar. And if you keep it near your stove for storage, it may melt, but if you put it right back in your fridge, it'll solidify. So really a good item to have on hand to add some extra flavor and really good health to your dish. So we have that in the pan. I'm not quite going to turn on our burner yet. We're going to crack out two of our eggs. We're going to use 2 egg whites. So here we go. Nice and easy here. There's 1, and here's 2. Again, if you can buy cage-free organic eggs, that's the best way to go. So we have 2 of our eggs right here. Just going to grab a fork and kind of whisk them up a little bit. And this is a great breakfast. My older daughter loves this for breakfast before school. So we incorporate all our egg whites here. Get them nice and liquefied. Okay, so we're going to turn on our stove. There we go. Let's get a good low flame going. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to melt down our coconut oil right over here. Put that right over here. And we are going to watch it melt a little bit here. And when it melts clear. So it's white when you take it out of the jar, but as soon as the heat is added to it, it melts nice and clear to coat the bottom of your pan. So we'll just mix that up a little bit. Then we're going to add our egg whites. Kind of scramble those up a little bit. And this is a really good hearty breakfast sandwich to start your day. I'll just take a few minutes here. And something else that we're going to incorporate in just a few minutes is we're going to add in some garlic and some kale. Super excited for this. Here we go. Get a good flame going. Now what I do after I stir up my egg whites, I have a nice bowl ready to go over here. And then I also have a smaller dish that I kind of use as a cover to keep our egg whites warm until we're done preparing the garlic and kale. And then we're going to assemble it all together and have an awesome breakfast sandwich. You can't beat a breakfast made at home, because you know what the ingredients are that you're putting in it, right? All right, these egg whites look awesome. All right, so we're going to put them right here in our bowl. That's 2 egg whites. And it smells amazing because we can smell just a hint of the coconut oil in there. So I'm going to cover it up, keep it nice and toasty, put it off to the side, and on to our next ingredient, which is going to be a little bit of garlic. So we're going to get a nice fresh clove of garlic. And honestly, this really doesn't take too long at all. If you're busy in the morning getting your children off to school or before you're heading off to work, just really treat yourself to a nice homemade breakfast at home. And you know, like I said, all the ingredients that are inside, so you know what you're getting. All right. So here's our garlic clove. All right, so we're going to give that a little bit of a chop and kind of get the pieces nice and small. And then we're going to incorporate some of our kale. We're going to open up a bag of, I bought pre-washed kale. That way it's kind of adds to the energy of the morning, and you don't have to cut it off the stalk. It's pretty much ready to go. So we're going to add a little bit more of our coconut oil right in here. I'm just going to use my finger and kind of put it right in here. Get that ready to go. And here's our garlic. We'll put it back on the flame shortly. I like to kind of push the pan off to the side until I'm ready to go back. Okay, so we're going to saute up some kale. So here's our kale. Let's grab the scissors over here. And we're just going to cut this open. And kale is a leafy green cruciferous vegetable that's really, really high in vitamins A, C, and K, iron, phosphorus, manganese. Really, really good stuff. And about a cup of kale is only about 40 calories. So great to know, right? So we're going to grab a few of our leaves, depending upon how much you like. And of course, you can always switch it up if you don't care for kale. You could use spinach, of course. There's also mustard greens and turnip greens that you can use, whatever kind of green you like. I think it's great to have some green a day. So the kale is my all-time favorite, as you know. I make kale chips at home and sauteed kale with obviously garlic and some beans. But again, this is a great power-packed breakfast that we're going to make. All right, so our kale's all set to go, and let's put that right in our pan, and we're going to return the pan to the heat. Okay, so let's do that. And this shouldn't take too long to start to saute right in our pan. So while this is doing its thing, I'm going to come over here to our next favorite ingredient, which is avocado. So we're going to cut open an avocado, and I use half for this sandwich. And then the inside looks like this. And what I'm going to do is kind of loosen the edges of the avocado. Here we go. And they'd kind of pull away from the skin nice and easily. And I hear our garlic and our kale sauteing. Okay, so we have our avocado separated from the skin. We're going to grab our fork. I'm actually going to mash the avocado right in the skin. So we're just going to kind of press it down a little bit, mush it up. That way you don't need another bowl. Kind of gets on your fingers a little bit, but that's okay. And what we're going to use the avocado for is our spread on our gluten-free bread. So we're incorporating this sandwich with gluten-free bread this morning, but you can incorporate any kind of bread that you like, okay? So here's the nice sizzle over here, and we're mashing up this avocado nicely. Perfect. We're just going to set this to the side. All right. Here we go. This looks fabulous. You can hear the nice sizzle over where you are, and these beautiful vibrant colors of green. Oh, and it smells amazing. Just a little bit of a hint of the coconut smell, but it's not too overpowering to kind of take away from these awesome flavors that we're melting together. Ooh, it smells so good. Okay, and this is a quick sandwich. So I've already lightly toasted up some of our gluten-free bread. And I'm going to take our avocado mixture. We're going to spread this right on here. Kind of let that sit in here and kind of mesh into our bread. Nice. And if you don't care for avocado, I would actually try some hummus if you wanted to. Hummus is good any time of the day if you want to spread it on. That is an awesome, that's an awesome thing to spread as well. Okay, so here we go. Little stir here. We don't want the garlic to burn, so we're going to shut that right off. There we go. Push it off the burner. So we're going to kind of split this in two. Here we go. Spread out our egg whites right over here. Awesome. This is awesome. And then we're going to grab our kale and garlic and top it right here. I love open-faced sandwiches. They're so much fun. And there we go. This is a wonderful breakfast. So here we have our gluten-free bread with our egg whites, with our avocado spread, with kale and garlic. And to top it off, a little bit of cracked pepper, and you're ready to go. Hope you guys enjoy it. Now, doesn't this look great? And when we come back, our next sandwich. Hi everybody, Dr. Lisa here with Vibrant Living and La Bella Vita Cucina, reminding you to make sure you stay hydrated. You need to be drinking half your body weight in ounces per day. You do the math. Hi everybody, and welcome back to La Bella Vita Cucina. So for our next sandwich, we're going to make my Hungry Girl sandwich, or it could be a Hungry Boy sandwich as well, but this is Dr. Lisa's Hungry Girl sandwich. If you're ever working out, or you come back from skiing, or you're taking a hike or something like that, and you come back and you're just so hungry and just want to sink your teeth into something, this is the sandwich to do it. So the next sandwich, actually, we're going to be using some Ezekiel bread. I don't know if you guys have heard of Ezekiel bread before, but it's a gluten-free, yeast-free bread. It's loaded with fiber. It's such a great alternative to regular white bread or whole wheat bread or even gluten-free bread. It's a live bread, so you'll find it in the freezer section in most grocery stores. You may have to ask for it, such as at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. So what I've done is I've lightly toasted 2 slices here for my sandwich, and I like it to be a little bit crunchy, kind of adds a little texture to our sandwich. So we're going to put that right over here. I'm also going to be actually spreading on our Ezekiel bread a little bit of safflower mayo. Now, safflower mayo is definitely a different mayo that you probably haven't heard of before, but it's very high in vitamin E, the antioxidant vitamin E. So wherever we can get our vitamins, we're gonna get it right into this Hungry Girl sandwich. Here we go. So again, the antioxidants in here help to support a healthy immune system and your cell signaling. So totally for vibrant living. So we're going to spread a little bit of that right on here. And again, I like the crunch of the bread. It adds a little excitement to our lunch. Actually, you could have it for lunch or a snack or whatever, whenever you want it, whenever you're hungry. We'll add just a little bit more. And the flavor of the safflower mayo is very unique. It's a little bit different than regular mayo, but I'm sure you will get used to it quickly. Okay, so we'll put that right over here. And our vine-ripe tomatoes, we're going to use 1 vine-ripe tomatoes. And when you get them in the summertime, when they're freshly picked, they smell so delicious. And it's super exciting to make this sandwich. I like to make the slices rather thick. Kind of adds a little meatiness to our sandwich, since we're not adding like turkey or anything like that. So we're going to give a nice slice right over here, nice thick slice of our tomato. And these tomatoes are a little bit on the smaller side, so I'm going to end up using 2. So we're going to put that right here. Let's grab another one. So you're going to get 2 tomatoes. Here we go. And I like the middle part here. So there's 2 big slices. All right, put that right over here. Ooh, that looks good. Smells so good. I love tomatoes. All right, and then what we're going to do is add a little bit of our cracked pepper right now onto the tomato. Put as much as you like. I happen to love pepper, so there's never enough. Okay, and our next topping here is going to be our sliced avocado. We're going to kind of gently put the spoon right around the skin and the flesh of the avocado and pop it out right onto our board. There we go. And we're going to give that a nice slice right over here. So tender to cut. It's wonderful. All right, so we're going to place our avocado right in here. Again, it adds like a meaty texture to our sandwich. Again, I serve this one open-faced. It can get a little messy, but that's okay because you're just going to be licking your fingers afterwards. It's that good, okay? And to top it off, we are going to use some sprouts. Now, these are super sprouts, and they have alfalfa, radish, and fennel. So we're getting huge, huge vitamins, a nice crunch. One of my brothers and I used to grow these when we were kids. It was a lot of fun. We're going to put our sprouts right over here. Our sandwich is basically done, and it is the most healthy, different type of sandwich you've ever had. I guarantee it. You need to let me know how much you love it. Put as much as you like. Let's add a little bit more into this one right here. And there you go. Here is your Hungry Girl sandwich, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for joining me today on this episode of La Bella Vita Cucina. For these recipes and lots more, be sure to visit us on Facebook.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.